Morning guys, your old pal Brian. It's around 7 o'clock in the morning on Sunday the 20-something of September on beautiful Lake Majori.
Flaps half.
Leave it.
Middle race. Flaps half.
Leave it. Leave it.
Flaps half.
Leave it. Leave it. Take it on.
Flaps half.
Yeah, I didn't, goddamn.
Flaps half.
What the fuck?
Flaps half.
Let's take this down.
Flaps half.
That is scary.
Flaps half.
What am I doing here? All the switches are good.
Flaps half. 5 minutes. Flaps half. Flaps
Oh, I know
half.
what I need to look at.
Flaps half.
I'll tell you what.
Flaps half. Flaps up.
This has reminded me that I need to do what old 302 did and perhaps retire.
Throttle hold.
This module in the back, because you have to switch it. And I bet you it ain't blinking 3 times, it's blinking 2. Yep. Man. That's why one needs to do a pre-flight. I suspect I'd even actually be better off if I just simply did a pre-flight on every one of my planes. I could tell that my settings weren't correct. That's embarrassing. So let's crash the thing because I'm not paying attention. There we go. Need to develop a discipline. Otherwise, I could buy the $100 module, and you don't need to worry about that. You just need to fly. But I should do a pre-flight anyway. You never know if a piece of machinery, read a servo, has shit the bed or not. If you don't test your plane out. Yeah, what that does is basically gives you about a 2-second pause in your control inputs. If it wasn't for my unbelievably cat-like reflexes, that joker would fall on the ground. So anyhow, I looked out here yesterday about 7:20 a.m. and my neighbor's flag was sticking straight out.
Flaps half.
Alrighty, let's try it again.
Flaps half.
Leave it.
Flaps half.
Oh, better.
Flaps up.
And as such, that meant it was blowing about 15 miles an hour, and I said, fuck that. Did chores. Worked on my A10, the bell crank for steering
4 minutes.
that the original owner used was broken, motherfucker, and he had glued it and didn't say shit about that. I use it for I don't use landing gear. I landed on the grass. That's what I'd do if I were you. That's code for I broke parts on this thing and I'm not going to tell you about it. Asshole. You know who does that stuff anyway? I can tell you who doesn't. I lowballed him for $100, and you can buy these things for about 130 or so, I think, plus shipping. And he even has upgraded batteries, and you know, he tries to pad it with that rather than using E-flite. So you know, he sees it at a $170 rig.
3 minutes.
And yeah, hide shit like that. So I go to meet him, and I call him and he ain't there. About 15 minutes before we're supposed to meet, actually I'd sent him a note that said I'm actually here really early, and he ignored that note. And finally he shows up and he's disheveled. Ellie, come. And basically what he is, he's a 56-year-old guy who is trying to get on disability, and he overslept. Now, he made arrangements with someone, me, knows I'm a wildlife officer. Ellie, come. I'm blunt, I tell him, stay. And yeah, you know, he still fucking oversleeps, most likely because he's a pillhead. That's how they roll. Ellie, come. Now it looks like the wind has let up here a bit. I hate to be a snob, but I love flying when there's no wind. Go play. Anywho, the bell crank, which is literally the size of like 2 grains of rice, has been broken. And to replace it, oh no, Horizon. No. There is no individual bell crank. It's $26. You have to fly you have to buy an entire fuselage for it for $26, and it's like, God, you dicks. So I went ahead and reassembled what he had torn out. He had torn out the mechanism for steering, and that's a monster hassle because that's foam that no longer exists there, so he could put his batteries on the bottom. I put carbon fiber and reinforced the front, and that's what everybody's done because it's too light on the fuse. And if you do a hard landing, it'll break the fuselage off. So I'm not going to be able to maiden it next week.
10 seconds. 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
But the weekend after, or the week after.
10 seconds. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Yeah, my battery's not beeping yet. I put a big battery in here. We have Maria way offshore, about 400 or 500 miles, and she's causing us to have a nor'easter. So I wonder what Fergie got for his birthday, bastard. There's the beeps. Something cool. Landing. Yeah, wind is let up. I hear the sandhill cranes in the distance.
Throttle hold.
Neat little lawnmower. See ya.